Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBay. I am MovieBay, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 15, the Lip Sync Lollapalooza. I know I didn't think I was going to do a review over this, but I watched it, I liked it, and I got some things to say. Alright, but before we get too into it though, I would like for you all to consider subscribing to the channel, because here on MovieBay, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television, and if that is the type of content you like, once again, please consider subscribing. If you find yourself enjoying my commentary along the way, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps your girl out in the YouTube algorithm. And of course, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. All right, now let's go ahead and get into this episode. So as we all know, the Lip Sync Lollapalooza is when the eliminated queens come back to battle it out at a chance of redemption and $50,000. Okay, now a lot of the girls, of course, as you're eliminated, is because you lost a lip sync. So a lot of them have a lot to prove, like Lucky, who was the first out, Joella, who had some very embarrassing runways, and Lydia B. Collins, who tried to cut her way out of her gown and it really just flopped her whole lip sync. So a lot of the girls have a lot to prove, okay? So how we're going to do this is we're going to basically go battle by battle from round 1, round 2 to the finals, and I'm just going to tell you just a couple of notes that I took, as I was watching the episode. All right, so first up is Mona Lisa versus Lydia B. Collins, the secret assassin, lip sync assassin of the season. And with this particular, first off, let me start off with the songs. I thought the song choices were whack. I thought that after round 1 they were going to pull out some more songs in their arsenal, but no, that's all that we had to work with. I only knew 2 of those songs. I knew Step by Step, and I knew my favorite Rihanna video. But I will say that these queens are such performers that they made me take a liking to songs that I didn't know and songs that I thought would be whack. So shout out to y'all for that. Okay, now let's get into Mona Lisa and Lydia B. Collins. So the notes that I took on Mona Lisa during this battle is she had a lot of reveals. We love a reveal, we do. However, she revealed all of her reveals in the first battle. It made me think, like, did you not plan on going to round 2? Because if that's the case, you wouldn't have anything to reveal afterwards. She started with the coat on, and for this particular performance, they was doing Liza with a Z. I feel like she could have kept the coat on. You didn't even have to reveal, and if so, drop the coat at the very end or something. Like when she started like talking really, really fast. Mona Lisa, you just did too much, way too soon. And needless to say, Lydia B. Collins decided to pull out her campiness, her Lydia B. spin on this song, and she ended up winning, going on to round 2. Next, we have Susie 2 versus Joella. And I don't remember the particular song that they're doing. However, I do remember that Susie turned it out. Susie, let me talk to you real quick, Susie. I know that you like the 1920s tap dance flapper type, but Susie, that's not for you. It's not for you. You want to know what's for you, Susie? Lean in. Let me tell you. I'm gonna put my hand on. I'm hold your hand when I say this. It's 1980s punk rock. That is your era. That is your fashion. That is what suits you. Baby, when she took that hair off and started swinging that hair around, and then when she took off the coat and then it had like the tassels along the arms, oh my God, this is where Susie thrives, in the 80s punk rock era. Just like in the season during that challenge when they had to do the covers of the, Drag Race Epic Moments. She should have took the notes. That's all I gotta say. But needless to say, poor Joella. Susie 2 turned it out, and Susie 2 definitely the garment worked in her favor, and she took it home for that round 1. All right, so next up we have Lucky Stars and Acacia Forgot. And this was a battle, a very controversial battle. The girls in the back couldn't believe who won, and neither did the people online. However, I agree with Lucky when Lucky said, hold on, I turned around and Acacia got straight hair. Where did the Jerry curl go? I'm happy she took that off, because that was ugly. I was watching this with my mom. She said, that hair is ugly. And then that's immediately when Acacia took it off. I said, oh, and this is a bitch. But you know what I don't like, Acacia? You and Susie 2 got it bad with that ugly, harsh blush. Please stop doing that. But anyways, I love the garment. I love the mixture of the patterns. Acacia looked good. She says, this is what happens when I wear human hair units. Keep wearing them, please, because you look good. Now, anyways, when Lucky saw that Acacia did her reveal, Lucky knew it was time to bring out the balls. And if you know RuPaul Charles, RuPaul loves her some. Oh, that sounded wrong. She loves a gimmick, though. She loves a gimmick. She loves campy. She loves stupid. Okay. So I'm not surprised that Lucky did end up winning this battle, even though it was very close. If you knew who was judging this battle, you would not be surprised that Lucky won. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next battle, which is Lana Jarrett versus, no, my bad, Ariete versus Corey. And the whole time my mom was like, please don't let Corey and Lana go against each other. Please don't let Corey and Lana go against each other. But this is Ariete versus Corey. Ariete, the villain of the season, who, of course, apologized to Anya Nerve towards the beginning of the episode. It did seem sincere, and I'm happy that Anya Nerve was very, mature. She was like, we've all been in Ariete's place. We've all dug below the belt, and, all I can do is move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Forgive. Boom. Okay. Anyways, Ariete versus Corey King. So in this particular lip sync, it was two different styles. Both were good, but it depended on what the judges were looking for or feeling more in that moment. So Ariete was very much so, bam, 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 boom, cat, boom, cat, pop star, yeah, Corey King was more so chilling, giving you face, giving you the lip sync of the lip sync, and giving more emotion. So needless to say, just like Sam Starr said, Corey King took that home. I believe in you, Corey. I think you deserve to win this lip sync. All right, so the last battle of round 1 is going to be Lana Jarrett and Crystal Envy. Now, this is kind of like a redo of what happened during the season. These two lip sync against each other, and Crystal Envy ended up going home. So they were fighting tooth and nail. At the end of their performance, they started like playing off of each other, and it got a little bit sexual. And this move right here, baby, I ain't never been turned on by no drag queen. But Lana Jarrett, I said, bitch, you better work. Ooh, Lana Jarrett. This move right here. Okay, Lana. Okay. But needless to say, Lana Jarrett is the one that took that home. And now we have our round 2, the battle of the winners. Lucky, Susie 2, Corey, Lydia, and Lana Jarrett. So let's go ahead and get into round 1 of round 2. That makes sense? Yeah. All right. We're going to make it make sense today. So we got Lucky versus Susie 2. Okay, now in this particular song, I don't remember what song it was, but everybody knew, myself included, that Lucky could not do the basketball gimmick again. She couldn't do it again because you already done it once, and then after that, it does become very repetitive, very gimmicky. What I felt like she could have done, though, was something different with the balls, or maybe like move around so much so to where they pop out accidentally, because that has worked on RuPaul before. But Susie, just this is your era, Susie. I love you when you do this. It worked. Susie done broke out the stanky leg, y'all. I was like, what the fuck? Susie did the stanky leg, and baby, that leg was stanky. Okay, but the winner out of these two is indeed Susie 2. So afterwards, we have a 3-way, and honestly, I was like, wait, why would they? Oh, I didn't realize it was an uneven number. But we have a 3-way between Lydia B and Corey King, who are they really are so cute together, and Lana Jarrett. And I don't remember who said it. I think it was Sam Starr, but she said, if Corey and Lydia start kissing, Lana, you better jump in and have a 3-way. And I agreed. I said, oh my God, they gonna team up and get Lana out. And then my mama said, but only one person can win. And I was like, oh, you right. So when they first started on this song, it was giving very much so girl group. They were like all like ticking, tick, tink, 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 tink at the same time. I thought it was so cute. Let's talk about Lydia. She pulled out the scissors that were her demise on the show, and she acted as if she was going to cut her gown, but she just twirled and did an actual reveal. I thought that was clever. However, I guess it didn't hit like it was supposed to hit. It either was because the stage was dark. Did the stage look dark to y'all? It looked dark to me. Her gown was too dark. The scissors were too dark. I just feel like nobody saw it, so they kind of missed it. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on, let me see. What song did she do the last round? I think it was I think it was good to wait to round 2 to do that. So I think she had good time, and it just didn't hit like I guess she thought it was gonna hit. But honestly, out of the 3 of these, Corey was working it, and I feel like this was the most effort that Corey has given anything throughout the entire season. In my personal opinion, this was Corey's show. This was Corey's moment. Corey was feeling her zhuzh during this lip sync right here. Very nice. Loved it. Okay. And the titty bounce at the end, definitely won it for her. So needless to say, our final 2 is going to be Susie 2 versus Corey King. Now, I'm not going to say this is contrived, but we know online that they kind of have like because I follow Corey King, and it's kind of like a beef, but it's like a friendly beef, but it's kind of like I'm going to talk about you dirty beef. But Susie laughed it off beef. It's weird. It's a very weird dynamic. And it also makes me think that they shot this Lollapalooza episode recently, like in the last month, because all those videos that they put up of Corey, I've seen them. Like I saw when she posted them. Like I've sent them to friends when she posted it on her YouTube type. Like, so I was like, they must have really just shot this like recently. So the finale is probably going to be live. I haven't watched a RuPaul finale in a while since probably since Jada and Alexis Hall, honestly. Are they always live now? Anyways, I'm getting off track. Okay, so this is a battle of the 2 women that had the beef on the show. Unspoken beef. Friendly competition beef on the show. Of course, I was rooting for Corey. They did this song by AP, or I think it's called APT, which is short for apartment. I thought that was kind of funny. Made me like, okay, this is a cute song. And my notes on this is it was tied to me because I feel like Susie 2 did her thing on the chorus. She did the cute little movements, and every time the chorus came back, Susie 2 had something cute to do. But Corey was killing the verses. She killed the first verse. She killed Bruno Mars's rap. I really feel like it came down to that last reveal when Corey ripped her cover-ups off and she had the boobs out, but they were boobs with actual nipple areolas, and they had to censor her. I was like, you should have had some tassels on, twist the tassels around, because we know RuPaul love a gimmick, and if she had done that, I feel like Corey would have won, honestly. But this was so cute. Oh my God, Susie 2 really won me over with what she was doing on the chorus of this song. I said, this girl is a performer, and this girl needs to continue with the 80s looks, okay? Acacia wants to do 80s, but Susie is really 80s, all right? So Susie 2 is the winner of the Lollapalooza for season 17 and the winner of $50,000. She was indeed able to redeem herself because, you know, she was the last recent eliminated queen. She felt like the title was snatched from her, but she actually came back with kind of like high spirits. But like I said, I'm pretty sure she had time to get over it by now because I feel like this was shot like a month ago. Anyways, that is it for the Lollapalooza. It was good seeing a lot of the girls. A lot of them looked good. A lot of them upgraded their looks. A lot of them need to continue to upgrade their looks. But let's go ahead and talk about our final 4 contestants for season 17. I've said this multiple times. I feel like this is the best season in a long time. Definitely Emmy nominated worthy. But let's talk about which team are you? Are you team Sam Starr, our pageant queen? Are you team Anya Nerve, our hashtag black queen? And I say that because of her aesthetic, not because of her race, okay? Are you team Jules Sparkles, our young Georges? I'm kidding. Or are you team Lexi Love, okay? My trans sister, okay? Not sister, like I'm not trans, but like my trans girl, okay? If I was to look at the cast photo, I don't think I'm surprised by who is here. Just by looking at the cast photo, I feel like Arietti is probably the only other person that I thought would have made it to the, finals, but, isn't here. But I think this is a strong top 4. Y'all know how I feel about Lexi, staying over Susie 2 last episode. But needless to say, these are great queens, very talented, and I am team Anya. In case you didn't know, I am team Anya Nerve. Okay, so make sure y'all go like the Instagram post on RuPaul's Drag Race Instagram, and I will see y'all back for the finale. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Let me do my little outro. Boom. All right. I'm off the camera. Hold on. Excuse me. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.